Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. You know, we probably should have did this one in the very beginning to get you guys ready and prepared for what you're going to experience with all of the behind the scene looks. I mean, at this point, you have seen me behind the scenes at the E-Complex with David Chance, inside of this phenomenal facility that we're going to be at in the Atlanta area on June 10th. You have seen me have a conversation with Paul Brunson, sitting inside of his amazing library with just books upon books and having conversations about the importance of not just reading books, but reading books from the perspective and vantage point of people who are really doing it at a level that you want to do it at. And so you've seen it all, guys. You've seen me here with my backdrop. I mean, now, you know, we're inside the kitchen of Miss Kenisha, McIntosh. I mean, I'm really excited about this conversation, guys, because we're not going to just focus on any one city, right? So Kenisha's going to be the MC, the master of ceremony. She's going to hold it down. She's going to keep you rocking and rolling in between the sessions. And she's just going to lead this whole thing out, man. Kenisha and I, we met in a mastermind program. That's why I talk to you guys so much about the importance of being in mastermind groups so you can strategize, build relationships. She does her phenomenal stuff, getting ready to go to Dubai as we speak. But she travels and speaks, guys, takes care of her clients, just loves to serve and help people. So I want to invite in to the conversation Miss Kenisha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing this morning?
Hey, friends. Hey, I am so hyped right now. I have finished packing my suitcase and I'll be in Dubai in 30 hours. And that for me is exciting. That's exciting stuff. And I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me, Jay. Thanks for partnering, of course, collaborating. You know, I love it. So I'm hyped.
Good, man. I'm super excited about everything that's going on. I mean, there's still a whole lot of moving pieces of the puzzle, but it's all coming together. Sometimes I tell you, you know, and I'm sure you know, anytime you have a major project that you're working on or getting ready to travel out of the country, there's just so many different, you know, little pieces that you have to make sure are taken care of, because if they're not taken care of, some things can fall apart, you know? And so that's part of what we want to talk to the entrepreneurs about. First, I want you to share a little bit of your story about, you know, how you got started, especially, you know, the part of being a coach before you even knew what coaching was up at Howard University. But so, you know, tell the people a little bit about you so they can better understand exactly who you are. And then we'll get into what they can expect at each of the stops at Purpose Power Profits.
For sure. So my name is Kenisha B. McIntosh. I'm originally from Queens, New York, a queen from Queens. And I reside in Atlanta, Georgia right now. You know, I've always known that my purpose in life was to help others, right? And a lot of people say that you just can't really pinpoint how you can do so. And there are tons of things you can do to help other people. But I knew mine in particular was going to focus with the mind, right? Because it's so powerful, because there's so many little intricacies that go into, you know, your life, but it's all based in your head. And I thought that was really, really important. So I spent my whole entire grade school career wanting to be a lawyer. And then I got to senior year and I was like, all right, I don't think I want to do this anymore. That is a little bit, you know, far-fetched. They had a lawyer come visit us in one of my courses. And he was like, yeah, I receive death threats all the time. And I was like, wait, whoa, hold up. Like, you know, no, thank you. I don't play when it comes to my people. So I was like, well, maybe, you know, I can take a step back a bit and not be life threatened by, you know, other people that I'm trying to assist. So I said, no, I got to go into business. That was the second part of the academy I was in. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll do this. But I applied to Howard University and got accepted as a psychology major. And that was kind of my focus. Like, okay, I'm going to be a psychologist. I'll do family psychology. I love the pathologies and that thought process and how you can have a mindset shift and change the whole trajectory of your history. Like everybody coming after you and your family will be changed based on one action that you took. I thought that that was one of the most powerful and profound things that I could have ever like realized and had to do myself. So I was a psychology major for 2 weeks at Howard University. And that was like, okay. You know, it wasn't even the second week. By the second week, I was already a business major. So it was the first week of classes that I went through. And I was like, all right, girl, this is not your thing. Maybe you need to find another way to do so. So I transferred into the School of Business, and it was the best decision that I could have made because not only do I have my business now, and I had all this foundational training through the School of Business at Howard University, but I'm working in a field that allows me to do the thing that I was passionate about, right? Help people strategize, mindset shift, think differently, and then change the trajectory of everything that comes after them. So I got to combine both, and here I am, life coach Kenisha, success strategist. I help my clients get from where they are to where they want to go successfully, right? I create roadmaps with them based on their goals, create a timeline because I think that dates are super duper important when it comes to doing major things in life. And I just help them break down these little barriers that they've put in their own minds, right? That are not in any way directly connected to their success. Like if you can just think about it differently, you can do anything. You really can. And so I help them through techniques and tips and tricks that allows them to get from where they are and where they've always been to where they want to go. And I think it's amazing work.
It is, man. I mean, everything that you just talked about, I was like, yes, that's what this is all about, you know?
Right.
You know, but I think, like you said, it's important for people to understand the importance of strategy, which is a major component of what this entire mission and movement is about, is teaching people how to develop, you know, positive or healthy habits, tips on how they can improve their productivity. Just putting a strategy, you know, around them as a holistic person, and then the tremendous impact that those small shifts and those small changes can have on their present, their future, and as you said, and most importantly, the generations that come behind them. Just because they took the opportunity to, you know, shift their mindset, shift their perspective, you know, reprogram their thinking around what is possible for them, or what even happened to them in the past, you know, recognizing those and pulling out a lot of the garbage from being tarnished throughout the years of our lives. So yeah, you already know. Yep. That's it.
I know.
So I tell you, man, you know, so putting this project together, you know, I'm really excited, you know, to have someone like yourself on board, because everyone has their own, you know, experiences, their education levels, and being able to put this entire group of people together and collaborate in different cities, it's been amazing. So being able to actually practically apply everything that we teach, you know, our clients to do. That's how we can show you the examples, man. So, so talk to me. What in particular about Purpose, Power, Profits are you looking forward to, you know, being a part of? How are you going to add some value, and why should the people actually attend, man? What are your thoughts behind all that?
You know, Jay, there are an infinite amount of reasons, right? Because there are infinite amount of possibilities when it comes to this conference and all the lives that will be impacted in a positive way. But for me in particular, one thing that I absolutely am excited about is just the level of influence just in being around other people, right? So I'm a collaborator, if nothing else. You know, I have my tribe that I focus on, and I know the importance of just putting people and not even with the same mindset, right? We all just want to win, right? That's the general underlying theme. Like, we want to be better, we want to do greater, but putting people with different perspectives, like you said, different experiences, different education and backgrounds and all those types of things in a room and watching magic happen, right? Because you don't know who knows who. You don't know who was aligned to, right, being your past that you're going to work with or that you're going to work for, whatever that looks like. You just never know. And that's magic for me. That's the part that makes my heart smile, is the infinite possibility and the infinite impact of just being in a space with influencers and collaborators and people who just want to be better. And then on top of that, just meeting new people. I am probably one of the nicest New Yorkers you'll ever meet in your life. Like, I don't know if there's anybody who's like, seriously, you know, like, I'm the person who likes to people watch, and I randomly talk to strangers. And I think saying hello or good morning or hey friend, hey to everybody is just absolutely powerful. So I'm excited to add to my mental Rolodex of contacts. That's what I call it, right? I'm a connector by nature. Like, that's what I love to do. So just putting myself in the presence of other people, like I said, who I don't know from Adam or Eve, like just being in that space is something that lights up my life. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to be working with you because, you know, it's a long time coming, us doing some great work together. So I'm excited to be adding value in every way that I can possible. Just spreading light and love. I think that is my purpose in life, is to be a light spreader, right? Education or just a joke or a laugh or a smile, whatever that looks like. But to be able to spread light to other people is in fact a form of love for me. So I'm excited to be able to do that in this space. Travel, you know, I'll get on a plane in a heartbeat. I'm never home, okay? I love to travel. It's just like, you know, one of my top 3 favorite things in life to do is to just get away. So I'll be headed to cities that I've never been to before, which is exciting for me. And I'm excited to see Paul. Paul's one of my mentors, as you know, right? That mastermind coach and friend. And I'm excited to be in a space to actually meet him again. I met Paul, or first got introduced to Paul, when I was at Howard University, and my best friend put on a Men in Business conference, which was back in 2009, I want to say. So I have not seen him in person in almost 10 years. And I'm excited for this reunion to happen. I think I know it's going to be really, really amazing. But in each city, you'll expect me, get me, this Kenisha right here, right? Like, turn up, like it's always a party, like, hey, what are we doing? You know, just hype. I like people to be excited about things because life is beautiful and every day is a great day to have a great day. And, you know, when you're investing in yourself, when you're working in the spaces that we'll be working in, everything good is going to come from it. There's not going to be an experience where you're going to be like, oh my God, I wish I didn't do that. Like, that's not a thing. Okay. So just to be excited in every city and to shower people with love and light and just be grateful. I'm grateful for all of this. I'm grateful for just, you know, us putting it out there and people responding to it. I'm in a state of gratitude for the whole experience. So yeah, that's my thing.
So look, I know people can sense the energy. I know people can see the optimism, the positive perspective, you know, everything that it takes in order for us to, you know, get from where we are to where it is that we want to get to. I mean, all the mental pieces are definitely there. Yeah. But I want you now, Kenisha, just share. I want you to share how you got to where you are right now. Just the mental shifts, the change in the perspectives, the importance of looking at scenarios differently, and even going about building your relationship strategically. How did you get there, man? You know, what are some of the practical steps that you took to do just that?
So I'll tell you a few things. One of the toughest lessons that I've ever had to learn was that you go through life and it's all a journey, right? And when you make it to, or you only make it to one level when you've mastered the one before it, right? So it's like going to school. You study, and at the end of the year, you take some tests. And if you fail those tests, you still be in the same grade. You don't go anywhere else. You don't. Okay? And you stop begging for it. Stop asking for it. If you're doing the same thing, expect the same result. So I had to stop, you know, having the same mindset in a sense. Like, all right, every time this happens to me, I think the same way. For example, anytime anything negative happened, my response was, I'm not a bad person. Like, why is this happening to me? I'm not a bad person. And it's like, that's not how it works. It's actually when you're a great person that stuff happens, to see how far you can be pushed, to see how you level up. So if you're amazing in life, you will probably have gone through some tough-ish. And it's because the universe knows that you're going to make it, right? The universe knows that you're going to apply this lesson in a way that's going to impact the world, impact your life. So it's going to push you. That is the point of it all. That's how you know you are the ish, basically. Okay. So no, seriously, like that's how you know. So I had to change my mindset. So now when something happens, it's like, shout out to Jesus. Thank you for seeing me and knowing that I can do this, right? You're not doing it to hurt me. You're doing it to help me. It's not to you or at you. You don't have bad luck. It's for your good. It is pushing you. You are actually leveling up as you transition through whatever obstacle you're getting through. So I think that was one of the toughest lessons, is just reminding myself that nothing happens to me. It all happens for me. And that takes like affirmation after affirmation after affirmation. Like, thank you for this. Thank you for that. Just being thankful for it and not seeing it as anything negative. I remember one day in particular being in New York. I missed my train, and transit in New York is very efficient when it works. Okay. And if it's not working, it is absolute trash. So one day in particular, I got the doors like, boop, and I was like, oh God, what am I going to do? Like, I can't remember where I was going, but I knew I had to be there at a certain time. And of course, there's delays and I don't want to be late and all that good stuff. And so I remember feeling so frustrated at the door, like, damn it, I woke up early, it was traffic's fault. Then I got off in the elevator and then going down the escalator, and I just remember blaming it on so many other things. When I took a step back, first of all, train came like 2 minutes later. Okay, so it wasn't terrible. And then I get on the train and I'm sitting there and I'm frustrated, like literally feeling my blood boil because I've just pissed myself off so much. And I remember telling myself, well, what if you got on that train and it crashed? Or like, what if you got on that train and you got robbed, right? Like, what if you got on that train and you like end up falling in trying to run before the doors close? Like, what if that happened? Would you be mad? And I literally asked myself, would you be mad? And I was like, hell no, I wouldn't be mad. I would have just waited for the second train. Well, that's what happened. Like, that's what happened. you had to wait for the second train. So you don't know, right? Nothing is happening to hurt what you're doing. It's actually probably saving your life, right? It's actually avoiding you from something that would have hurt you in the process. So when you in relationships, when you have to quit jobs, when you have to move to new cities, people tend to look at things as a negative in their lives, when it's like, all right, you had to get that out of the way to make room for the bigger thing. And that's the mindset that I overall take in life. So people are like, Kenisha, how are you always happy? It's like, well, perspective, right? I'm grateful for it. When I meet somebody and it doesn't work out in a relationship, I'm like, thank you. Shout out to you, because I know something better is coming. Like, it is what it is. And it's allowed for so many other facets of my life to be so positive, to be so light-filled, because I'm not thinking that the universe is attacking me. I know it sees me as a great person, and it's going to continue to push me because, one, it knows that I can endure it all. And two, it knows that I want more for myself. I want to be better. I want to do better. I want to be greater in life every single day, being my best self. And it's going to take sacrifice, and it's going to hurt a bit. And the stories are going to turn into something amazing, and it builds my character. So that was the toughest thing for me to learn. Everything other than that was like, Kenisha, just jump, right? I had to teach myself to always jump. And I know, I don't know if you've ever read Mel Robbins' book, The 5-Second Rule, where she talks about the psychology behind decision-making. But she says, like, counting backwards from 5 to 1 is a mechanism that allows you to go from idea to action in 5 seconds. And for me, it's always been 3. I always tell myself 3, 2, 1, and I jump. Because innately, my intuition knows that it's probably something better. My head is the one that's holding me back, but I know in my heart that it's the right thing to do. Or I know in my heart what the best decision is. So me spending all that time trying to procrastinate through it, trying to get other people's opinions about my life is pointless. I just jump. And so now whenever someone's like, hey, Kenisha, do this with me, if I think it's going to be a great idea, I count to 3 and I make a decision. I don't have time to be thinking about it. I don't need the whole story behind it. Like, what do you need? Okay, cool. Boom. Let's do it. Or, no, I'm good. I don't want to do it anymore. So teaching myself to jump has opened the door for so many other opportunities for me to meet people like yourself, for me to be in masterminds, for me to travel to Dubai and do speaking engagements, that I'm living my very best life out loud. And I think that is the most important thing to do, is live your very best life out loud. So those are 2 things that I had to learn going through all the ish that I've been through in my less than 3 decades of life, right? In that small amount of time, I have lived the life of an adult, not an adult, but of like a full life in such a short span of time. And I have to teach myself these same things, reoccurring things for me, like mindset shifts and affirmations, and perspective outlook and introspection that have allowed me to get to this point and will help me to get to where I'm going next.
Yes, man, that was magical. That was spot on. And I'll tell you guys, like the God honest truth, right? You can give her a glimpse of your vision, and she can see it really, really quick. And once she can see it, she will tell you, I don't need to hear anymore. I can see what you're planning to do. I think it's going to be a great opportunity. It's going to transform lives. It's going to help people grow in their business. I'm all in. And that is just how she operates. I can tell you from personal experience that is exactly what she does. And it's exciting. It's exciting to be able to share your ideas and share your visions with someone else, and then they be able to see, what you're thinking about doing. They don't have to know all the bits and pieces of the puzzle, but if you can just give them a clear picture of what it is that you're planning to do, and then they can see that you have the capacity, the capability to actually do it and pull it off, they'll tell you, absolutely, let's give it a shot. If we win, okay, we win. If we don't win, we learned. So guess what? We still won something, right? So, yeah, man, it's really exciting to work on this project. It is definitely just having some conversations with Nikki Woods and David Shantz and Paul Brunson, and Stacey Ferguson is now going to be a part of this as well. We're working out some things that have her to be a part of it. So it's just some major influencers, some influencers who are right at the cusp, ready to make that breakthrough, to go and grow to the next level. And then, of course, we're just all super excited about the collaboration opportunity for a project that we can all see is a necessity. We can see that there's a gap, in the industry. We could see that, a lot of people are talking about what you need to do. You need to build this, or you need to do that. No one's really saying, okay, well, how do I do it? Can you tell me how I can get from where I am to where I want to be? Show me what I need to do, and then give me the opportunity to go out there and do it. I think that's just what a lot of people need, is it's just a glimpse. They just need to see what's possible. And a lot of people don't even know what's possible. Right. So that's what we're here to do. We're trying to, just give you the opportunity to see what's possible. So why in your opinion, thought leader, influencer, in your opinion, why should people attend? Like, just tell me why you think people should attend.
Like I said, there are infinite reasons, because infinite possibilities. But one of the specific reasons that I would pinpoint is the level of proximity, right, to what you want. And so sometimes people don't realize how close they are to their dream. They just don't. And they fail right before they succeed. And they give up because it's the hardest right before you win. Well, being in proximity with people who have gone through the struggles that you either are going through or will face puts you at an advantage over people who are literally struggling in the same sense, right? You are just that much closer to winning. You don't even know it yet. It could take one word, one conversation, one ask to win. And this opportunity right here puts you in a position to pitch it all, right? Risk it all and fail at nothing. Like you said, you either you succeed or you learn. That's it. There's no failing at anything. So I think that it's important for people to understand how close they are to their dreams by coming to the conference. And not only that, but the level of influence again, like in-person access to these people. People pay insane amounts of money all the time for this stuff. And you get it in different cities too. Like what? Imagine if you could just pull up to every city. I mean, it's not far-fetched. I'm just saying, buy tickets to every city, okay? Because you will learn something at each one. You will get a piece of what you need, a piece of your puzzle from each one, and you will complete something at the end of the day. And that is impactful. That is transformational, right? It's crazy. So that's why I know people should turn up here. And then you get to be fun, like fun spaces, right? I'll turn up with you. I like dance parties. You get to do that too if you want, okay? So yeah, like it's an exciting and fun experience to be a part of.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I appreciate your time. I know you got a lot going on before you get up out of here to head out to Dubai. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Looking forward to seeing you, man. I will talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for having me, Jay. I'm excited about everything.
I appreciate it, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.